English, the solution for humanity.
We find more than 461 verses in the Quran that speak about our planet, Earth. And these words, Al-Ard, comes in three meanings. If it comes in comparison with the moon or the sun or the constellations, it means the whole planet. وَفِي الْأَرْضِ آيَاتٌ لِلْمُوقِنِينَ. Verily, in the earth are signs for those who are truly believing in Allah.
The next question from the front mic.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My name is Talat Ansari. I am from Nagpur. My question is, I have heard that the earth and the sky is made for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be on him. If it is correct, why Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not sent before Adam, peace be on him?
You see, people misunderstand this. The fact that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the final prophet and is the seal of prophethood. Allah has taken the responsibility to preserve his message, which entails the complete integration of all the previous messages. And that's why Prophet Muhammad is the leader of all prophets, is the imam of all messengers. He led the prayer in Al-Isra wal-Mi'raj by all the prophets and messengers of Allah. So this means that he has got a great status with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the universe was created for man, for testing man, so that everybody can prove his worthiness of paradise or his deservedness of hellfire.
Jazakallah.
The next question from the sister.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sana Sheikh and I'm a student of Life Sciences and Biochemistry. Sheikh, my question is, could you please explain to us why there is so much volcanic activity around the mountains and how does this help to stabilize the earth?
Thank you very much indeed. A very good question. You see, if the mountains were not there, actually earthquakes and volcanic activity would have been several times what's happening there. But that's why I said the illustrations can explain things much better than words. When we have two plates moving against each other, one would go under the other. And as it goes down, the sediments accumulating on it are scraped off and thrown over the overriding plate. As the descending plate is going down, it partially melts. So it activates volcanicity. And this volcanicity comes on the overriding plate. And as it goes further down, it displaces some of the magma. So it encourages intrusions. Out of this complexity, the mountains chain is formed out of sedimentary rocks, volcanic rocks, and igneous rocks. And the mountains, by its root, it can fix the overriding plate with the descending plate. Without this overriding plate and descending plate being fixed together, the movement can never stop. So we can find some volcanic activity. But if the mountains chain was not there, this volcanic activity would probably several hundreds of times what's happening today.
Jazakallah.
The next question from the front mic.
Assalamu alaikum, doctor. My name is Umar Farooq and I'm from Bangalore, and my question to you is, in one of the verses of Surah Ar-Rahman, there's a verse which the translation of which means, "O mankind and jinn, if you try surpassing the boundaries of the skies above you, you will not be able to do so unless with authority." And today we have a lot of spacecrafts and rocket launches. So how does this verse relate to the advancement in science today?
Thank you. If I understand your question clearly, I would say the verse is يا معشر الجن والإنس إن استطعتم أن تنفذوا من أقطار السماوات والأرض فانفذوا لا تنفذون إلا بسلطان. Actually, this means that the earth is within the center of the universe, which cannot be proved by astronomers, because we are seeing only a small sector of the universe. So when you get the diameter of any sphere is the line connecting its peripheries passing by its center. So if the diameter of the earth would coincide with the diameters of the universe, and the earth is a small speck of sand compared to this vast, immense universe, this cannot happen except when the earth is at the center of the universe. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in many of his sayings has emphasized the fact that the earth is at the center of the whole universe. And even the Quran, in 20 different verses, the Quran says, رَبُّ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَمَا بَيْنَهُمَا. In 20 different verses, Allah is the Lord of the heavens and the earth and whatever is in between. And this in between cannot take place if the earth was at the periphery of the universe. It has to be at the center of the universe. So this verse means that many things actually. It means that the earth is at the center of the universe. It means that man can never get out of the first firmament, as-sama' ad-dunya, can never ever get out of that, because the farthest star we can see, and all the stars are in the first firmament, the farthest star we see is at a distance of 35 billion light years. Nobody can pass that distance at all. And that's why Allah is showing His greatness in His creation and emphasizing the centrality of the earth to the universe.
The next question from the sisters.
Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Alia Muqaddam and I'm a student of English literature. My question is, many scientists believe that the sun will reach supernova, causing destruction to the earth and other planets. However, some scientists also believe that the sun will lose its heat and the earth will go through an ice age with all life dying out.
Yes.
Which of these two scientific assumptions holds more weight?
If I understood your question clearly, I would say that the sun will not destroy the earth. This is not true. As I said in the previous lecture, the first stage in the destruction of the universe is that the sun will swallow the moon, but it will not swallow the earth. The earth can go into ice ages, not because of its going away from the sun. The moon rotates around the earth in a spiral, the earth and the moon, and rotate around the sun in a spiral. And actually, every second, we are in a different position in the universe. In some of these positions, we are sheltered from part of the solar energy. Because of this, the earth can enter into an ice age. It's not because that we increase the distance from the sun or decrease the distance from the sun.
Jazakallah. Thank you.
The next question from the front mic.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam.
Sheikh, I am Mutawassim Ibn Hussain, pursuing my degree in mass media from Mumbai University. Sheikh, my question is that, is there some, as we had great Muslim scholars and scientists in say 7th century in the lands of Arabia, like Ibn Sina and Al-Khwarizmi, the mathematician. So did some verses of Quran inspire them to know more about that and inspired them to these scientific inventions of the facts which we know now? And are some facts, today, which we know, inspired by the Quranic verses?
If I understood the question clearly, that, of course, we can start from the Quran and discover things that have not been discovered yet. We can start from the hadith, sayings of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and you can discover lots of other things. But sadly enough, the Muslim world today is dissipated, is disrupted. We have been broken down into 62 different countries. Our physical might has been dissipated, our wealth has been dissipated, and that's why we have been left behind. And if you are behind, you cannot really go ahead and discover something others have not discovered. So we have to admit that we are not at our excellence in these days, but we hope, inshallah, that the coming generations will be able to do better than we have done. And because of our backwardness, we cannot start from the Quran. Although I started from the Quran, and I discovered lots of things that were not discovered by anybody else. So we can begin from the Quran, and we can reach lots of good conclusions. And that's why I'm encouraging Muslim universities to adopt this system, to emphasize the importance of scientific notions in Quran and Sunnah.
My question was that, is there something inspired by the verses that they allowed the scientists to ponder over these verses and develop some scientific inventions or some scientific facts?
Oh, no, I don't think so. No, what was discovered by non-Muslim scientists was discovered through their own efforts. But really, we as Muslims, we have to start from the Quran and Sunnah and develop our scientific knowledge.
The next question from the sister.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm a student of psychology and political science. Jazakallah, Dr. Najjar, for your informative talk. I want to ask that, do you think that the scientific theories taught to children in schools contradict Islamic teachings?
Thank you very much indeed for a very good question. And I have been preaching all the time that the secular nature of our present civilization has seriously damaged education. And I have been calling for the need to Islamize knowledge, the need for the Islamization of the acquired knowledge, because most of the acquired knowledge has been finally formulated by the hands of non-Muslims, and because they do not believe in creation, they negate creation. They don't believe in resurrection, they negate resurrection. They do not believe in the fact that there will be paradise and hell, they negate all that, and that's why we need to exert our own effort to Islamize that knowledge. Although we cherish and respect and honor the scientific achievements of the time, but these achievements need to be placed within an Islamic framework.
Jazakallah.
Next question from the front mic.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Abdul Rubat. My question is, in Quran I have read Iza zulzilatil arza zilzalaha wa akhrajatil arza asqalaha, and many verses which say that earth will throw out its contents when doomsday will come, or the mountains will fly like heaps of cotton. I want to say, is there any geological evidence or geological suns predict it, or say how it will be caused?
The value of money in the hereafter will be measured by its proper use in the present.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة.
According to the glorious Quran, one of the best ways to use your money is to spend it in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by spreading His message of Islam. Peace TV is a non-profit Islamic satellite television channel that is primarily dedicated for just that cause, the proper presentation of Islam. It's a great choice to invest in it and a golden opportunity to purify your wealth in a way that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Support Peace TV. Send your zakat and donations to IRFI Al Ryan Bank, 47 Calthorpe Road, Birmingham, UK, B151TH. Pound account number 011-32301. IBAN GB49ARAY 30008301 132301. Sort code 300083. Swift BIC code ARAY GB22. Please confirm your contribution at support@peacetv.tv.
Support Peace TV, the solution for humanity. Where truth is hidden, misleading quotations create confusion. Where truth is hidden, lack of knowledge and wisdom cause upheaval and commotion. Where truth is hidden, manipulated scriptures and twisted facts emerge. This very hidden truth creates false propaganda, mayhem, chaos, disorder, and turmoil in our lives and the world order. But is there anyone with courage and wisdom? What is the truth, and who has the courage to expose it? Because it's your right to know the truth.
Watch truth prevail and lies perish in Truth Exposed by Dr. Zakir Naik. Every Sunday to Friday at 9 p.m. and repeat telecast at 7:30 a.m. UK on Peace TV.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Abdur Rubat. My question is, in Quran I have read Iza zulzilatil arza zilzalaha wa akhrajatil arza asqalaha, and many verses which say that earth will throw out its contents when doom is day will come, or the mountains will fly like heaps of cotton. I want to say, is there any geological evidence or geological science predict it, or say how it will be caused?
You see, if I understood your question correctly, the Quran speaks about many signs of Akhirah. Many signs. And my previous talk was about some of the signs, scientific signs of the last hour in Quran and Sunnah. So, really, there are many signs in Quran that are confirmed by scientific discoveries. I spoke about the dimming of the stars, the fading of the stars, the rounding of the stars. All these are phases that have been proved scientifically, and the Quran speaks about them as signs of the last hour.
The next question from the sister.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fatima Gulwadi. I am a student of junior college in the arts stream. My question is, what is your opinion about Stephen Hawking and how close is he to the truth?
Stephen Hawking is a genius in his own field, despite his handicapped nature. He has spelled out many of the excellent remarks, but still nobody has presented Islam to him. In one of his books he said, we now believe that the universe started by a big bang, by a big explosion. And he said the nature of explosion is to scatter things in a form of disruption and non-order. But he said, for an explosion to build a universe with that precision, in distances, in masses, in volumes, in speeds, this must need a great mind behind it. So he has got many of these good remarks, but he has not embraced Islam, and nobody has presented Islam to him. He has got some deviations in some of his conclusions, and he has got some very good conclusions in what he has written.
The next question from the front mic.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Zamir Khan. I am a computer engineer. My question is, many scientists and people believe life is also exists on other planets like Earth. What's the Islamic view on this topic?
Well, the Quran actually confirms that there are life on other planets. The Quran reads, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ خَلْقُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَمَا بَثَّ فِيهِمَا مِنْ دَابَّةٍ. Out of the signs of Allah is the creation of heavens and earth, and what He has spread in both of them of different forms of life. And Dabba does not include angels. Dabba means something that is strolling on earth. So actually, Surah Al-Shura confirms that there is life, but Allah did not want us to worry about this life because it's far away from us and we don't have any means to communicate with them.
The next question from the sister.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm asking this question on behalf of another sister, Sister Fasahat. There's a place called Umlaj near Medina where volcano often erupts. My question is whether people who reside in Umlaj should leave the place, or is it a temporary phase? The volcanic phase, is it a temporary phase?
No, I don't think the volcanic eruption around Medina, I visited it and I lectured about it a month ago. And it's not that dangerous because it is not an earthquake per se. It's the earth is shaking due to the volcanic activity. And the volcanic activity has cooled down and they are not leaving that place. Umlaj, I have been very near to that place and there is no danger now. It's just a jerky movement indicating that these volcanoes are still active and they could erupt any time. But anyhow, lots of good precautions have been taken to save the people there.
The next question from the front mic.
Mohammad Nazir Dalvi from Bombay. My question regarding the global warming. About global warming, I come to conclusion this is because of the interest in the monetary system. Because the interest make people greedy and make more money, create money, accumulate money like that. And because of that, they are exploiting the planet or the universe more than its limit. In wrong way, they are using it. So the best way to control in the root or in the seed level, what you say, in the genetic position, it will better. The monetary system of the world should come to the Islamic system. I won't like to call it non-interest banking, but Islamic banking.
No, global warming is mainly due to the greedy nature of man, especially in the industrialized countries. Man today burns more than 10 billion barrels of oil annually. Man burns more than 8 billion tons of coal annually. Man burns several trillion cubic feet of gases annually. And they thought that the result of burning this fuel are light gases that can escape to outer space. Actually, the result is heavy gases, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur oxides, and the rest. They can remain close to the ground and can cause that global warming. Becomes like a greenhouse effect. And global warming is absolutely dangerous because, first of all, it poisons the atmosphere to man, animals and plants. Secondly, it can affect the direction of wind, cause drought in many places that used to have rain, and heavy torrential rain in areas that never used to have rain. And it can cause the ice at the two poles of the earth and at the peaks of mountains to melt. And this can raise the level of water in seas and oceans and can drown all oceanic islands, all deltas, all issue. The current economic crisis in the world, the cause of it is riba. But the current global warming, the result of it is the greed of man.
The next question from the sister.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. My question is that Harun Yahya has a series of books on this topic. How authentic are they?
Harun Yahya and his group have done a great deal of good work. But the problem with the writings of Harun Yahya is that their Arabic is not that strong and they can sometimes misinterpret the cosmic verse, the Quranic verse.
The next question from the front mic.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nasir Khan Lodi. I couldn't understand. Kindly explain the functioning of stars in the formation of iron.
In the formation of iron.
This is in Surah Al-Hadid. I couldn't understand in Quran.
Barakallah fi. You see, all stars are actually nuclear furnaces, huge nuclear furnaces, where Allah creates in the star new elements from light elements. In our sun, 4 hydrogen atoms fuse together to produce a helium atom, and energy is released. And helium can produce 2 heavier atoms, and so on. This process is called nuclear fusion. And nuclear fusion in our sun cannot exceed aluminium, silicon aluminium. But in bigger stars, it can reach iron. And that's why when our Earth was separated from the sun, it did not have any iron. All the iron in our Earth was sent down to us from outer space.
The next question from the sister.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
My question is, if there is a volcano or if there is a tsunami in one part of the earth, how could the other parts of the earth be affected?
Definitely the earth is interconnected. You cannot say that this particular area is going to be affected by a tsunami or global warming. Or the earth is one unity. We are bound by one atmosphere. And that's why if something happens in any corner of that globe, it affects the rest of the globe. May not be directly, but in an indirect way.
Next question from the front mic.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zia. I am a student. My question is, why all the river of the earth flow from north to south except Nile?
Actually, it is the Nile that goes from south to north. Other rivers can go from east to west. This is mainly controlled by a fault system that controls the flow of the water. So most of these rivers are not only excavations, but they are following deep rift systems or fault systems on the surface of the ground.
Barakallahu feekum. May Allah bless and protect you all. That is all the time that we do have at the question and answer session. So please do give a big, warm and welcome thank you to Dr. Zaghloul An-Najjar.
The value of money in the hereafter will be measured by its proper use in the present.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا أنفقوا مما رزقناكم من قبل أن يأتي يوم لا بيع فيه ولا خلة ولا شفاعة.
According to the glorious Quran, one of the best ways to use your money is to spend it in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by spreading His message of Islam. Peace TV is a non-profit Islamic satellite television channel that is primarily dedicated for just that cause, the proper presentation of Islam. It's a great choice to invest in it and a golden opportunity to purify your wealth in a way that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Support Peace TV. Send your zakat and donations to IRFI Al Ryan Bank, 47 Calthorpe Road, Birmingham, UK, B151TH. Pound account number 011-32301. IBAN GB49ARAY 30008301 132301. Sort code 300083. Swift BIC code ARAY GB22. Please confirm your contribution at support@peacetv.tv.
Support Peace TV, the solution for humanity.